For so long, we've been here, we've been trying.
Hi, and welcome to another interactive, fun-filled edition of the Springboard Hangout. Your Springboard Hangout is a product of the Springboard Roadshow Foundation. I am your host, Comfort Okron. We're continuing on our entrepreneurship series, and we have, as you know, we dealt with lacing your boots. We looked at ideation, we looked at funding, and we talked about all the money tricks we could think about, and then we looked at our business blueprint. Today, we are looking at, after you've gotten the money, you found a good business plan, and so on and so forth, how do you also get funding from your people, or how do you let people know what you are doing? Today on our Hangout, we're looking at marketing for your business. And we will have this continuing conversation as we go on. Today, as usual, I have Franklin with me, and Franklin, as you know, is the director at the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. And would also have my friend Stephen Anasebwedi, who will join us on Zoom. And you know, Stephen is not just about old-time marketing, but digital marketing as well. So therefore, today is going to be a fully loaded version. I will go on a short break. When I come back, and we look at Bossy, the song by my friend in Takrady called Bossy. We will come and continue this exciting conversation. Please don't go anywhere. Call your friends, especially those who are budding entrepreneurs, and ask them that, hey, I mean, let's come and listen to some marketing things today, because it's going to blow your mind. Don't go anywhere. Let me know where you are joining us from. It's a pleasure coming your way, as always.
He's a return around.
Boss, could you pay us? I'm just a boss. Could you pay us? I'm just a boss. Yeah, could you pay us? I'm just a boss. I feel bossy. Yeah, I feel bossy. Bossy. Yeah, I feel bossy. I feel bossy. Bossy, start from bottom out here. We came here to conquer with no fear. We stretch for the papers, yo, CPA. Get paid, start showing paracord, I don't care. On a real note, tell a report, this a free mode to the street code. Even though everybody just won't know how we are playing on fly mode. My nigga take notes. Yeah, my verse are hard. Don't blame me, blame my jam. Always at pub, those peeps are far. Even without no cam, superstar. Hey, Atika, Payos, my Bahagana, best rapper. I'm your painkiller, Mudi, no capa, need me, yes, Allah. Now what Payos they do? Dear father, I believe the one quoted me. I've been on this earth since 1919, fighting the stress, finding a place to live. This courteous and it just bending me. I can't remember first time I popped champagne. I was very young and I couldn't maintain the pressure. The release out there when I did. I was bought later having my birthday bed. Now my home's gotta call me boss. My rhymes on course and my Louis on O. Sit back, relax and listen this Lewis. Move back at that time, just been Buddhist. Kiss Ellen touches to Ben bright and it seems she hangs upon the cheeks of light like a blink. You will find person out of sight. Love go well, love you, so please don't fight. Like you, hey, promise to hold on tight. Make it what sunshine to give me fight. This one full of love of Jesus Christ, cause you all one day Ellen meets my plight. Your face is like a good shot from my ear. I pop my heart, you look special dear. The dark on for tone for the oceans to be here. Beautiful we for use, baby, come near. So short, trippy dose, trippy with quotes and action, gonna be hair follow shows. What can I do? Get big dose to get someone to cheer up this low. Now Bella trolling a year is dead and my heart is rolling. The body is wrecked, the winds are blowing, direction of best and my rap is flowing. My fans who are blessed. Ask myself, so who is been better than me? Left to right, nobody's better than me. Not even in Ghana, maybe it's nasty. See, or yeah, me real GT. Or from Kojo Pass, wanna hit on Spotify. When it's my fan base, ways multiply. I look at Hindu, I look at rescue. Ask myself, so how far is that? How far? Damn, this a caller with jam to my old Lewis. Wouldn't give room for any select gimmicks.
Get me York's rent a car. I need a car in 15 minutes. Hi, I'm Jake Morris, and I travel globally. But when I'm in Ghana, York's Rent a Car is my reliable choice for safety and comfort on the road.
York's Rent a Car provides comprehensive logistics services to mainly blue chip companies as well as individual clients.
At the time, we needed a car rental service, and York's fitted in very well per our standards.
Their services is top notch. Drivers are on time.
It was beautiful to see them. behind the wheels. And anytime they pick up a guest, the guests were very, very happy.
Already? Excellent. Yorks Rent a Car provides services and expertise that include meet and greet services at the airport, car rental, driver personal outsourcing, and vehicle detailing.
What's the problem? It's you. I told you. Yorks Rent a Car delivers world-class service to its customers, having their highest safety and comfort in mind. So watch you. Two of us are open for him.
Yorks Rent a Car runs 24/7 operations where customers can make car reservations and enquiries of our services online and also call our hotline.
It was great seeing you today on the Springboard Hangout. We have an opportunity for you to make some money and put into your business. If you want to win this opportunity, just do 1 minute video of your business idea or a business that you have and tell us how the business is, how the business is solving a particular problem, and how you are making money or you're going to make money from that business idea. Send it to our WhatsApp line 024 9999 If you have any information or you want to make more enquiries about how to make the short video, you can call the same line and they will help you.
Turn around. He's a turnaround.
Springboard Hangout, and you know, you saw Bossy, and as I said, Bossy is a young musician coming up in the Western region, and that was Raise Gods. That's the name of the artist, but the song was Bossy, and he's based in Takoradi, and he's a young person who reached out to me, and I would like you to check out his music. His music sounds really nice. Okay, so right now we dive straight into marketing. I think we could even use his music as one of our point of references for how he can make people understand or hear more about him, you know, about what he's doing. But tell me, when we talk about marketing, what exactly is marketing?
Well, it's good to be back and good to see you.
Yes, indeed, Frank. It is good to have you back.
And, you know, for me, the engine, the heart of every business is marketing.
Okay.
So all the various ingredients, all the things that organization put together to be able to reach out to the clients or the customer, we call all those things as marketing. And it brings in a lot of dynamics. So everything that you or an organization put together to be able to ensure that I get to my target audience, my targeted client or customer, so they can be able to accept my product or service and for me to have value for it. Those are the things we call marketing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So anything that you put in.
Everything. So somebody will say, oh, I have a mix, you know, put in a lot of ingredients. So some people call it marketing mix. Things that you need to put into a bowl to mix together so that it can be able to reach the audience.
Okay.
We call that as marketing.
Okay.
And
okay. So we'll drill it down one after the other. So then if we have a young person, and I mean, those of you, as you were watching, you saw that 10,000 challenge. I mean, I really, really have seen some interesting things that people have sent in that they are pitching to win this prize. I'll be very sad if you are watching today, you haven't sent, and you have a fantastic business idea and you haven't sent your request in yet. So do send it to the WhatsApp platform 024 9999 555 024 9999 555, so that you will stand the chance of winning. So then we have this picture that we have that people are supposed to send something to us, and they have been successful. We have a fantastic...
Great. That's also a source of marketing for them. For them to even pull those pieces together and for you to talk about it, to get to the audience, it's a marketing opportunity for them.
You see now, just like how, and honestly, this Raise Gods actually reached out to me via my DM, my direct message in Facebook, and said he plays music, and therefore he would like me to help promote his music.
You see,
and so he reached out to me directly, and then today I went researched him and found his music, and I think the team said, "Oh, I think we could try it on," and that's why.
And today he's getting the mileage.
Today he's getting the mileage.
That is a marketing thing for him.
Yes, it is. So tell me, what are the key ingredients if someone has to market any product or service?
The key ingredient, the first one, is your product itself.
Okay.
If you have a bad product, some people may use very, very good strategies to be able to sell it, but your product is key.
Okay.
It may take you to the market, but if the product is bad later, you may be getting the reversal. But you need to be able to, the first one, so we call it the first P of the marketing mix, is your product. How have I developed the product so that it will appeal to that targeted customers that I'm looking out for? When the product is good, I've taken my time to design, develop, and brand it. That product is good to go. So when I'm hitting the market, the main reason why I'm going to the market is that product or service that I'm taking in.
Okay.
So that is very, very important. Which product do you have? A Ray guy has a music.
Yeah.
And he calls it Bossy.
Yeah.
That is the product. So now this product is going to go to the market. So how will people accept the product? Is it meant for the young people, the old, or the mixture? You know, how is this product designed? When I listen, can I understand the words? Will the words mean anything to me?
Yeah.
So how you have packaged the products will depend how you will be accepted in the marketplace.
Okay. So first you have to have either a product or a service.
Yes.
A service being intangible.
Yes.
A product being tangible, like having this glass that we're drinking from,
Yeah.
or the water that has been put in the those are tangibles. We have the intangibles that, let's say, even somebody is cutting the hair, or somebody having to go to an eatery and eat.
Yeah.
That one, as soon as you consume it, it has run away.
That is it.
So that is a service.
It's a service.
That somebody. So the first is the product or the service.
Or the service.
The second is what?
The second, we look at the price.
The price.
The
Okay.
price.
Okay.
So the price can come in three ways.
Okay.
First of all, what are the cost build-up
Okay.
for you to be able to get this glass?
Okay.
Okay, so you don't just get up and say, oh, I will charge 5 cedis for this.
Why not?
So you need to look at it. What goes into making the final products?
Okay.
So we call it cost build-up.
Okay.
So you look at it and say, okay, for me to produce, let's say, this glass, I need the raw material to get this into shape, the machinery, the electricity. You know, we go to the extent of looking at the number of workers I have in producing this.
Yeah.
So some people don't really consider all these things. They just mention a price and they get to the market and realize they are not really making any money. You know, research has come out that about 40% of Ghanaian early stage businesses are making nothing.
Oh, why?
They are not making any money. And because they don't want to be seen that they have failed, they keep doing it. You know, and to do it for at least so that it will console that you're also doing something, and most of them are not making anything. So it's important for you to look at your cost build-up.
Okay.
So I can help you in pricing your product. The second one is, how are your competitors playing out? What is the same? You are producing something, there are competitors in the marketplace. How are they also pricing their products? So are you going to also join them in either the same price, underpricing, or overpricing? So you need to factor it in. And it will all depend on how your product is. So whether your product deserves to go into that aspect of getting the quality of the price you want. And the third one is for you to be able to look at how essential your product is and how you can be able to place a value. There are certain products, you know, these are common, so I can mention. You put iPhone here, and I put another phone also beside. iPhone has decided that he will be beating on cost.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go there, it's pricey, but that is how they have branded themselves, that they will be in the marketplace. So look at how essential your product is and how you want to brand yourself. So these are so pricing is key for you to be able to be at the marketplace.
I see. So we've got the price, we've got the product, we've got the product of service, and then we've also looked at, apart from that, don't we have to look at how we send it to the market?
Yes. So we call it the promotion.
Okay.
Okay. You know, how do you get it there, or maybe the channel of distribution?
Yes.
How do you get it there?
So if we take Rain's Gods, for instance, how does he get his music distributed to his clients, or to those who would listen to his music and dance with?
I remember previously a musician after producing the cassette or the CD would do an album launch.
Exactly.
And call for people to come. And they sit there, and this one will say, "Oh, I'll give 10,000 CD for the CD. I'll give 5,000." But today, it's not possible. Upmolded.
Yeah.
And we have people who have really groomed themselves into digital marketing.
Okay.
And they are doing amazingly well. And if you look at how people are making money from YouTube, making money from iTunes, making money from other digital channels, it will blow you away. So Ray, for instance, can begin to use YouTube and other social media channels to be able to begin, because you need to monetize. You need to. This is service. Music is a service. You enjoy it, you listen, and it goes away. So how do you monetize it? So it's of critical importance that he looks at it and get people who have the professional knowledge in this area to help him, so he can make money. Playing it on just Facebook, that's when people enjoy and go. But you need to be able to monetize it, so that as people click, you are making money from your idea or from your intellectual property.
I think today's game changer will challenge, but I'll keep that till later. There's one thing that I have found out with regards to marketing. The fact that so far we've not talked about how to promote your product. Yeah. And most people, when they think about marketing, they think about just promotion.
Yeah.
So far, what you're saying is that promotion is just an aspect.
It's just an aspect of marketing.
Of marketing. So then, if we want to focus on promotion, what avenues do we have for promoting people's services and products?
This is key. Some of the traditional methods still works. Okay, so we have direct aspect of promoting it directly. He got to you directly to your DM, and ensure that he gets a thing to you and appeal to you.
Yeah.
And these are means that we can be able to do. But in where we have gotten to the world today, we need to be able to see how is the world accepting the areas of promotion.
Yeah.
If you want to promote your product or services, now there are different avenues.
Yeah.
We have people who are sitting at home, they don't produce anything, but they're just promoting people's product, and that's how they make money.
Yeah.
And they use the social media to promote their products. Some of them design very beautiful flyers. They show the qualities of the products or service they are offering, and all the graphics that comes with it. And they use Instagram, they use their Facebook page, they use various forms of social media to be able to send the word out there. And you'll be there. These days, Google has become so personal that when they see you regularly checking out for, let's say, things that concerns buildings, they are able to discern, and they begin to target you with everything about building.
Everything.
Everything about building.
Yep.
From
they do.
the scratch up to furnishing.
Yes.
And it keep popping up at your page and all that. So you can be able to see how people are promoting their product so they can get attention at the marketplace. So modern way, sometimes you have to use search engines are also able to help. People are able to help you. So get a very good digital marketer to be able to help you craft good promotional mix.
Yeah.
Good promotional mix that you can be able to begin to use to get your product or service out there. And now there are people who have that as their main job.
Yeah.
And you need that level of professionalism for you to begin to do it. But at the early stage when you don't have any money, you yourself can begin to do a bit of the social media, a bit of the using the search engine to be able to do some of these things. Then you begin to see how people are reaching out. But when you are doing it, there's a way to do it. you need to be able to look at where is my product, where is my location. My location is here. So it means I'm targeting people in Accra. So all those things, you narrow them down and you begin to be able to search for these people and you throw it out there. You get to those people, they begin to see what you are doing.
So what you are actually talking about right now is what sometimes the marketers call segmentation.
Yeah.
In terms of looking at where are my customers, what kind of, first the in terms of who are they?
Yeah.
Are they young people? Are they old, and so on and so forth? And how do they think? Or how they like even their music?
Yeah.
They are still continuing with Rain's Gods, and so on and so forth. And based on that, we can say, okay, so for young people who, because I looked at the people he used in this music.
Yeah.
So for young people, this kind of beat is what they want, and therefore we will look for young people who are between the ages of let's say 17 and 25 on social media
and be able to reach out to them. But even then, that is where you talked about the Google being very personalized.
Yeah. So then Google now decides that it's not just young people who are between these ages, but young people who are looking for ways, in this case, build their houses, or young people who are looking for where to rent homes, or that kind of stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So we've looked at the segmentation. So let's say that our product is up. Our product is doing well. Or is it doing well or is it not doing well?
It's doing well.
It's doing well.
Yes.
Are there any, let's say, I've heard this term over and over again, guerrilla marketing tactics. What guerrilla marketing tactics? What kind of guerrilla marketing tactics are there? Can you share any for us?
There are quite when you look at the promotional area, in the area of promotion, we have advertisement. Okay. So I want to advertise my products. How do I advertise? Where do I advertise? And to whom do I advertise? And that's what we are talking about. So you look at it and screen down. We wanted to sell bread to a certain segment of the market. Then we said, okay, for the young people, some of these people, there are some people, every bread goes. But there are people who are very health conscious. Very health conscious. Okay. So they look at, I don't like sugar, and I want something really healthy, nothing that will give me constipation.
Yes. Levels and so on and so forth.
So you look at these kinds of people and say, look, this is my target market. And with this kind of guerrilla tactics, these days, even in the area of food, we don't sell food. We sell health.
Okay.
So look at what people's concerns are.
Yeah.
So people are concerned about health. So when you are even advertising anything food products, your focus is on the health aspect of the product. Like for this particular bread, when you eat, it doesn't give you constipation. It's good for people who are even diabetic. So you begin to target on these areas. And this way, it's a punchline for people. Promotion is about persuasion.
Okay.
Persuading people to be able to buy into your products. Okay. And that's what goes in there. So whether you are advertising or you are using other means to be able to reach out, you need to be able to ensure that, look, other people also want to get the same market that I want to get to. So how am I able to ensure that I reach out to people who will buy my products?
I was 100 years ago, not 100 years ago, some time ago, I listened to one person who said that if you are if you have a business and you don't advertise, it's like winking to a girl in the dark. Nobody sees what you have done. It's only you who know what you have done. And therefore, promotion is key to ensuring that people understand that such a product or service does exist, and such a product and service will give you these benefits as you read it or as you use it. Okay, so you have been able to market to them. What if your competitor picks up what you are doing and does it the same way? wouldn't it attract your customers away from you? How do you ensure that you are able to keep your competition away from your clients through your marketing efforts?
You need to be able to really endear yourself to your customers. Okay? Now, in the process of you trying to advertise, you need to be able to distinctively make sure that you are unique in the marketplace. There are a number of forms of advertising.
Yeah.
Okay? Some people want to go the street way, where they have floats here and there to make sure that they're able to reach out to people. Some want to use the internet, some want to use the TV, some want to use the radio.
Okay.
Check your products. Check your budget. How will I reach my customers? Yes, maybe probably you will start using floats. Yes, your competitor will also come in using the same floats. But it's all dependent on how, when the customers get your products, your reaction, and how when they get the products, its usage. Some people may not have a good product, but they have good advertising skills. They may get to the customer, but when they use the product 1, 2, they said, no, this product, not again. So whilst you are advertising, advertisement is an open market. They can adapt to your style. But what will make you stand out is the product you deliver to the customer. So you use this one, your competitor comes in to use the same method. They adapt the same skills. You go this way, they come the same way. What will let you stand out is the quality of your product. Because the way of delivering this, the promotional activities is open to the market, and everyone can use them. But you have to be unique in what you do.
Excellent. Okay, so we have Ruth. Thank you, Ruth, for joining us today. Ruth is joining from the Netherlands. Welcome,
Wow.
Ruth. That's so nice to see you, and you're excited to follow the series. Big thumbs up. And Raise Gods has actually joined us as well, and he's clapping and saying thank you so much. You're most welcome, Raise Gods. I mean, that's what we do here.
You have to come and pay huge on Springboard.
No, you don't.
When he hits.
So far as we're just interested in promoting people to become better, to become bigger, and of course, yes, and ensure that you are able to meet what your plans that you have for us. We have Nana Say on the line, and he'll join us shortly as well. Presently, those who are joining us, people like Ruth joining us from Netherlands. One of the things that I see happening, especially on the social media, this thing is the concept of trending.
Yeah.
Where we have a product or a service which trends for some time. And based on that, the people or the organizations behind those trends kind of get the market. How can we get... Nana Say, are you there? Are you with us, Nana Say? I think I'll have to direct that to...
Yes, he's a digital marketing...
Nana Say, good to hear your voice, Nana Say.
Good evening.
Good evening. Indeed, Nasa. So how, I mean, where you have organizations that have been able to run marketing campaigns on social media and they are trending. What is that concept of trending? Number one. So I'm asking you two questions in one. Number one, what's that concept of trending? And number two, how can a young musician like Raise Gods get his music to trend?
All right. Thank you very much, and good evening to everyone. Trending essentially is dominating conversation online, essentially. So whether it's on Twitter or it's on Facebook or whatever, dominating the conversation, what we would normally call in our business share of voice. So you're creating a lot of conversation around your brand or your product or your service. It's great, but that all falls within awareness. And typically in whether traditional or online, you move from awareness to consideration before there's a conversion, it's a purchase. So trending is great, but the question I often ask is, trending and then what? So part of what my colleague was saying earlier is you need to have a plan where you leverage the trending, ability to trend to convert into some sales, because you want people to purchase your product, experience it, and it's really the experience that causes them to stay with you, that creates loyalty.
Yeah.
So trending is great, but trending alone is not everything, because there can be a lot of awareness and no real conversion. At the end of the day, you don't just want to dominate the conversation. You want to leverage that share of voice, that part of the conversation that you're dominating, to make some sales.
Okay.
So going back to the musician you talked about, it's great if from trending, people can start downloading his music, start singing his music in church, and then all that. Then that is sustained, because these days with music, everything is online. So they are downloading, whether it's from Audio Mac or from any of those streaming platforms.
Yeah.
On top of that, trending is good for him because then it creates a lot of awareness. And if from that he can get some engagement, some bookings to play at some concerts and things like that, and that's great. And that's why I remember when I was on the show, Nene was there, and I was talking about creating conversations around your music and being able to sustain that. So these days you will find that sometimes they will do what we call unplugged in my business. I do a bit of music, unplugged, where you even do playing the music without any connection, just sitting behind the piano with the guitar. You talk about even the creation of the music, what inspired and all of that. Because there's a story behind the music.
Yeah.
And the more people find out about just the 5 minutes of the music, the more they fall in love with the song and they want to share a bit more, share the song. But I say this, your music is only great if it's listened to, liked, downloaded, and then shared. If not, it's just a thumbs up you get.
Yeah.
I hope all that makes sense.
Yeah.
It definitely does make sense, and if we align that to any other product or service, it doesn't matter if we hear about you.
And I'll give you a typical example.
Okay.
We had this beneficiary who got a product. He was excited. He got to social media, and he was trending for a week. And people started requesting, but he didn't have the product.
Oh.
Exactly.
He didn't have the product.
He didn't have the product.
He didn't have the product.
So, experience trending should be linked with even your supply chain.
Yeah.
Trending must be linked up with what?
Your supply chain.
Supply chain.
Okay, so it brings us to the first point that you said at the beginning of the program, that marketing is all about how you get your services and products to your client.
Yeah, to your clients.
Without a product, you don't have
anything.
If you have a product that doesn't meet your client's needs as well, it is useless.
It's useless.
Wow. Guys, I don't want to go on break, but the people in the studio, the way they can disturb, they're telling me I should go on break. So we'll go for a short break, the game changer break. When we come back, we'll join Jojo's points to all that we've been talking about. Please don't go away. Let a friend know what is going on at this particular place. It promises to be interesting. Let's go.
The knockout was so swift that he barely saw the fist coming. Yet somehow he never touched the ground. Floyd Mayweather held Logan Paul up to prolong the fight. But wait, why was the undefeated world boxing champion fighting a YouTuber? Simple. Cold, hard cash. Officially, the match ended in a draw as both men survived to the 8th round. But as the boos rained down from the stands, one truth remained. Both men won. Today, our game changer is get your money. While critics moaned about the intensity of the fight, they certainly couldn't knock its financials. While Paul banked a cool $250K plus 10% of the pay-per-view, Mayweather cashed out. In what he called a legal bank robbery, the boxing legend secured $40 million plus half of the streaming income. But why does this matter? Well, if you're a creator, you've probably said something like this. My goal is impact. I don't do it for the money. Here's why we miss the mark when we say things like that. Our work doesn't have to be impactful or financially rewarding. It can be both. As creators, we love the work that we do, and we're often reluctant to charge for it. But here's the thing. You add value to other people's lives, and you deserve to be compensated for it. So don't be shy about money. Demand your worth with your chest. Mayweather put it best. Your kids can't eat legacy, but they can eat off the currency. As you continue creating, remember that you can have it all. build your legacy, and make some currency. This has been the Game Changer with Jojo Okran. Have a phenomenal week.
He's a turnaround.
Thank you so much, Jojo, for that game changer. And indeed, it was quite interesting seeing this thing about the need to ensure that it's not just about doing your work, but you're able to get the money or returns on the investment that you have done in your product. Then I say, Promise has a question for you. And his question is simple. He says, "Good evening. It's good to have you on the show tonight. Is it good to start promotion?" I think you've kind of answered it already. Is it good to start? No, you did.
Yeah.
To promotion for a product as a startup in an extremely competitive field. Now say.
Right. Promotion is always good, but how much you promote and you see, don't promote just for promotion's sake.
Okay.
I have a plan. What's your objective for the promotion? I often say this: for every dollar that you want to spend in your marketing, there should be an objective.
Okay.
So if there's a promotion, what are you promoting it for? Who are you targeting? And how are you going to measure your results?
Okay.
Otherwise, if you are just, caught in the whole world when you just promote it because competitors are promoting, just throwing away money.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Ruth has a question for you, Franklin. Franklin, he's saying that her question is that she needs to find a portion in the market to serve diligently, and secondly, to be consistent. How does she do that? That's what he do.
All right. So the market will be big, and the market is big. So if you are,
is the market always big?
yeah, for every particular product.
Yeah.
It depends on what you are actually selling,
Okay.
or what the service you are offering.
Okay.
Now, if there are bigger players in the system, you need to be able to, for the starts, do a target marketing.
Okay.
Okay, so your promotional activities will be targeted to those that you are serving. So you don't come out big when you don't even have the resources to meet that kind of demand. And as I said with the gentleman who went out there promoting everything, but people began asking for the product, he doesn't have it. So have a niche market, go in there, serve that market well, and do it well. As you serve them, the word goes out, and you begin to also plow back revenue, then you begin to expand gradually. Then you give yourself some time. By the time you realize 3 years, 5 years down the line, you are beginning to expand and go into places. Before you hit the radio station, that means that you are ready to serve countrywide. This is how. So you don't begin promotion targeting everybody right at a goal. You need to be able to ensure that you create a niche for yourself and serve that niche market, and make sure that your promotional activity can be direct marketing, direct promotional activities, and be able to ensure that you reach out to that niche market that you have. And that is how you can begin to serve them and serve them well, instead of spreading yourself wide at the early stage.
Right. Nase, I have this quick question for you. You know, one of the things that we sometimes, somebody has brought that up, we lose sight of is our competitors. How do we understand our competitors well and use that understanding to serve our clients? Hello. So can we? All right. Okay. Nasa, did you get the question that I asked you? Nasa. Today, Nasa is joining us by Zoom, and sometimes when we have the Zoom patching, sometimes it's not that smooth as usual. Okay, right. So, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Fantastic. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please repeat the question for me.
Fantastic. I was saying that, we have competitors, and sometimes understanding those competitors, I mean, the competitor understanding is key. But how do we use the understanding that we gain? How do we first understand our competitors and then use the insights we have gained to have one step ahead of them in the market, or maybe 10 steps? That's the better one.
I think what the two things I often say is that you learn about the competitors and what they are doing first, so you don't repeat their mistakes.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
You don't repeat their mistakes. And number two, so you can optimize their performance. Okay, so you can perfect what they are doing and avoid some of the challenges that they have. So it's not just about knowing them, but understand, all right, this is what they are doing, how successful is it, or what are the challenges they're having, and how can you avoid those challenges? That's the reason why we listen and monitor our competitors. So don't monitor them just for monitoring's sake, but have a plan so that you can be able to avoid the mistakes they are making, and also where they are doing well, how can you perfect even what they are doing very well?
Thank you. Franklin, we are back with you in the studio. And Franklin, we have the issue. So you are talking about marketing. We are looking at marketing 101, and we saying that if we should have success must be in an uncommon way. How can we apply this? It's usually when we do things in an uncommon way, we are successful. How do we apply this in marketing?
We don't do things as business as usual. Everybody gets a nice product, they just go out there and start running some few things. Sometimes you need to see, how do I become different? That is doing things in an uncommon way. How do I become different in my approach to reaching out to my customers? It calls for a bit of sacrifice to be able to ensure that you do something beyond the extra. You go the extra mile to be able to do something really unique for them. There are young people who are coming out in their businesses who remembers everyone who buys their product's birthday. Mm-hmm. They have their contact numbers. They have the birthdays of their kids. Mm-hmm. They call them to find out how they are doing. It's part of the success building. It's part of you doing something differently. I remember we have to call clients to ask them, you ate our bread. How did you see it? Mm-hmm. How do you find it? Yeah. Any problem, if anything, call. And those people can give you really, really good feedback. Okay. And those who are very, very sincere will sometimes call you that, this particular week, the product wasn't as it used to be. And they are very sincere. They will give you that feedback. You also work on it and be able to build up. Yeah. And as you go in marketing, feedback is very important. Okay. If you want to be successful. Okay. So the first product goes or the first service is rendered, make sure that you get the feedback. It helps you to build up on the product. By the time you do it 10 times, the product gets better every day. And that's how you begin to grow. You become successful in it. Feedback is important.
Feedback is very important. But you see, when we're doing marketing, I know without any shadow of doubt, the way we reach out to businesses differs from the way we reach out to consumers. In terms of the fact that marketing to a business is a different ball game.
B2C.
Yes, it's a different ball game from marketing to consumers. Nase, can you give us 4 things? I mean, let's say if we have what 4 ways can we market to businesses, and what 4 ways can we market to consumers?
To start with the marketing to businesses, one of the first things to do is you need to make sure that your message is targeting the right decision makers. Okay, that's one. But even before you get there, you identify the decision maker, but you also need to be able to understand the channels they go to make these decisions. Yeah. Okay. So typically, for example, since I'm a digital person, you will find that LinkedIn has grown tremendously in the last year because there you have a lot of professionals making decisions for their businesses. They are not making personal decisions, unlike a place like Instagram where they will be making those decisions. So your choice of channels should be very, very different.
Deliberate. Yeah.
Now, there's something also that we call social selling, where what you do is you first build a relationship and you position yourself as an authority or a thought leader in that industry before you make a sale. Now, that's where these days a lot of people are missing it. They send you a LinkedIn invite, you accept the next minute, they are sending you a pitch. So they've not really sold themselves to you as people who can offer any value.
Okay.
And if you're dealing with whether it's an HR product you're selling or whatever, you haven't really communicated and positioned yourself on LinkedIn as somebody who is a thought leader in that industry, and you can recommend or offer a product that's valuable, then you make a mistake. It's the quickest way to get people to block you.
Okay.
So you need to do that way. Build a relationship and position yourself as a thought leader also before you do that. Plus, the channels you use are also different. So you find that email might not be very effective for a lot of B2C marketing, but for B2B, it works. Especially if you have the official or formal email for the people that you are targeting. So these are some of the things you need to watch out. Plus, you will find also that sometimes for B2B, exhibitions and conferences are very, very important. Where you build up these relationships, you get the network. Unlike B2C, where you just, run some ads and stuff and you're on your way. No, B2B is very, very different. I hope these sell. Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking through some stuff and something jumped up at me, right? You know, at first you can go to an organization and somebody has been there for about 4 or 5 years, or even 10 years, or even 15 years. So the person may be writing through the ranks, but you always have your point man there. But presently, based on the youth of today, some of them, they are there for maybe 1 year, and the person has changed. So in this case, if your contact person in a business, in an organization that you usually deal with, keeps moving around, how do you ensure that you can keep going back to the same business and get business from them? How do you ensure that your marketing effort doesn't go away once your contact person leaves? Franklin.
No, that people, as he said, B2B is a different ball game. That's what, and you don't only deal with one person. Okay, as you interact with the company, you need to become a friend of the company. Once they become your clients, you need to hold them dear. You need to be able to say, oh, okay, there are times you need to meet the management. Mm-hmm. Okay, you need to meet even people who sell to companies outside. Sometimes they're able to say, oh, our management want to have a short call with your management. They want to create a rapport. Apart from you, who else do we need to contact? So don't just be dealing with that one person and think that you have it all. Someday the person will not be there. Nobody will be there to interface for you. Probably he doesn't even mention you when he goes to meetings. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you need to be able to be sure that it is your product. They know you, and you also put face to all the people, the management that are in that organization.
But
can I just add?
Yes, please add.
Yeah, I think my colleague there is right. The key thing is the value that you offer. So you, as the marketing person, are not as important, and same as the contact person there. Both of you are not as important as the value that your product or your service offers the business. That's what they will keep coming back for. Mm. So even if the person leaves, they will still see the value that your business offers. And once you can really go back and say that I'm the person that offers this value, it will always be in demand of your services. You don't lose that. Often what we do is we sell products and we don't offer value.
Okay.
Yeah. And we don't nurture the relationships we have.
But that's an interesting one, the value. How do we ensure that our product maintains its value as our clients grow? Because sometimes you have a particular product, and the product, that's it.
So that's why these days we say that we sell solutions or we offer solutions. We don't sell products.
Okay.
So, I mean, even if it's a sanitizer, for example, it's not just a sanitizer. The real solution you are offering is to a business is to ensure that the business can always keep their people healthy, stay away from whether it's COVID or whatever. That's the solution you're offering them. It's not just a hand washing thing or a hand cleaning thing. No, that's the solution you're offering them. And if you communicate that clearly, that's the value there. And they will see the solution you're offering. They'll keep coming back. Otherwise, they will think they can always replace you, or they will find another product.
Right. But that's thank you so much, Nasser, for that insightful things. One thing that I can't put my mind to is the role that marketing campaigns. How do we have an effective marketing campaign within an organization? Franklin, would you like to tackle it first?
Okay, so he can tackle first. Then.
Okay, Nasser, could you tackle that for us?
I think marketing campaigns have different roles, and again, for every business and for every product, brand, you're often going through phases. So, for example, you can have a campaign just to create awareness. Yeah. Okay. It's a new product, you want to create awareness. Okay. The key thing I often tell people is right from the onset, identify the objectives for the campaign before you even think about what channels to use for the campaign, and then also identify how you measure results. What I often call the look of success. So the campaign, whatever campaign you're running, is what will bring the results that the company is looking for and will hit the bottom line. So you run an awareness campaign to inform the audience, the market, that there's a new product or this is what is happening, with the objective that once they become aware, there'll be consideration and a conversion will come later on. Don't measure it in terms of sales when it's an awareness campaign you're running.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll be looking at the different metrics and you have the different KPIs. That's another mistake we make. Okay. If we clearly plan from the onset and we align our campaigns with clear objectives and channels that we're using, and we know the results that we want, the campaigns will always contribute. They will bring to the business the results that we want based on the campaign that we're running.
Yeah. So most often at every stage of your business, let's say if you are the growth stage, the campaign will be different. If you're at the declining stage of your business, the campaign will be different. So at each stage, as I said, know the objectives, the reason why you are doing this particular promotion, so that customers will be aware, and you yourself will be able to measure it very well, that have I gotten the needed impact for this particular promotion that I wanted to do? These are very key things that you need to be able to, and that will show you that you have run a successful promotion.
Excellent, because I sometimes you don't know exactly what the person is seeking to do with their campaign, and the campaign seems so mixed up, and all over the place.
You don't know whether they are selling a new product to you, or they are selling an already existing product with an enhanced value, or whether they are trying to outdoor another competing product. It's a mixed up thing. So you need to be very clear on the objective of the campaign that you want to run.
Fantastic. I love Hangouts, but the thing about Hangouts is when we are getting into then the time is up. And so, Franklin, thank you so much for sharing your Thursday evening with us one more time.
Yeah.
And we'll be grateful. We are grateful that we'll see you next week. Do you have any final words for us for this particular session that dealt with marketing?
Yes. As we saw in the Game Changer, money is important.
Yeah.
What will bring in money is your marketing strategies.
Okay.
So make sure that as you plan, however good your product is, make sure that you have a well laid out marketing strategy so that it can bring the money in. Money is important. God says that money answers all questions. So let's ensure that we have a proper marketing plan to ensure that we are not just working in the dark, but we are working in the light to attract the money.
Right. Nasser, please, your final words for us today. And we'll bring you back, as usual. You are what do you call it? You're on mute. Nasser.
Yeah, always happy to come back.
Yeah. Your final words
So
for
just
us.
to add to what Franklin said,
Yeah.
3 words I often say: monitor, measure, and optimize. These days with digital and with a lot of what we do, even in traditional, have a plan as part of your strategy, how you monitor performance, measure performance, and have a plan to optimize even before the campaign ends. You don't have to wait till the end of the campaign to think about how you could have done better. Real time, or even have it if it's weekly, look at the performance and have a plan to optimize performance. Keep changing things, tweaking things before it gets to the end, and you'll be fine.
Fantastic.
You get the best results from your campaign. Yeah.
Fantastic. Monitor, measure, and then optimize. And then also, you also said that it is really good for us to understand why we are in the market to ensure that we are able to meet our things. We are so grateful to you, Franklin Owusu-Karikari, as well as Nasser Buedi, Stephen, for joining us this evening again on this very important marketing thing, because we don't want to wink it in the dark. We want to ensure that our children are not eating legacy, but they are actually having food on their table to eat. I would like to invite every single person out there this Sunday. Do join us on Springboard. On the Springboard, your virtual university, on the Engine Room series. Albert will be chatting with Gifty Auntie or Henejere Gifty Auntie. Yes, she will share her career and professional journey as media personality and host of The Standpoint. You can't afford to miss that. This will be live on Joy FM at 7 p.m. and then also on Joy Prime on Monday at 5 p.m. Do watch ETV at 5 p.m. on Sunday for a repeat of this program. Of course, we would like to thank every single person in the engine room for being phenomenal as always. Contact me on my social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Sorry, not YouTube, Instagram, and we'll be able to do what we do as usual. So until we meet next week, Franklin,
Yes, we are getting
Manasseh, thank you so much for coming again. Next week, we'll have another exciting edition. Till we meet again, have a fantastic week. Enjoy life. God richly bless you. Good night.